Hi, good afternoon, and welcome to Entrepreneurs Live Show. This afternoon, we're introducing a brand new show and a brand new host to you guys. I would love it if we can introduce Natalie Joel. She is going to be our host for a healthy entrepreneur. Now, Natalie comes from a background of amazing transformation, and she is fully qualified in what she does. So, Natalie, it is a true honor to be doing the show with you and to show people how entrepreneurs can live healthy and how important it is for the journey they're walking. Welcome.
Thank you so much, David. It's an honor for me to be with you on this program.
Oh man, it's going to be awesome. Now, Natalie, when I first met you, the first thing that drew my attention was seeing your transformation that you went through. It's magnificent. It's something that I aspire to do myself. And I remember the second thing I saw was, but wow, this is not just one of these ladies talking, saying, listen, I've lost weight, I've done this. You are actually qualified. So please, first of all, tell us, who is Natalie Joel? What do you do? Where do you come from? And tell us a little bit more about your qualifications that you've got.
Thanks so much, David. Well, as David mentioned, my name is Natalie Joel. I live in lovely Johannesburg and I've been here all my life. And since I was about a teenager, just when I got married, my weight started ballooning and ballooning and ballooning. And whatever I tried, unfortunately, didn't last for very long. It would lose for a bit and then come back with interest, compound interest, never mind, simple interest. And you can hear my accounting background. And it just got worse and worse. And whatever I tried did not seem to succeed. So fast
Oh,
forward
wow.
to about 5.5 years ago, and I was at another dietitian. I think it was about 6 years ago, even already. And I was doing very well, but I was starving all the time. And she gave me pills to take, and I was terrified to take pills to try and control the appetite. And she said, you can't go stronger than this. And I thought, oh, what am I doing taking these pills? Anyway, I took them, but I was still starving. I was losing nicely, but I was not satisfied with what I was eating. And I noticed that when I came back from the shops, I had this pile of chocolate wrappers on the seat next to me. And I thought, this is crazy. I'm self-sabotaging. I desperately want to lose the weight, but I'm craving chocolates. So I said to my children, I think I should be hypnotized against chocolates and then I won't need to have a problem losing weight. And one of my daughters said, be careful who you go to because hypnosis can be dangerous. Anyway, I ended up going to a psychologist. I told him my issues. And here I am, 5.5 years later, doing keto or South African version, Banting. It has been incredible, so successful. 60 kilos down, quite a few
Wow.
clothes size. My husband also did it with me. He lost dramatically as well. And his diabetes got reversed, which is even more of
Oh,
a thing.
wow.
Yeah, because when you get diagnosed with diabetes, they say, I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Joel. You've got diabetes. It's incurable. It gets worse. It's a progressive disease. You're starting with metformin, glucophage, but in the years to come, you're going to land up with insulin. You can go blind in your eye. You can get pins and needles. You can get hot feet. You know, all the normal stories. I mean, our eyes were getting bigger and bigger, about to fall out of our heads. And my husband said, I'm going to kill it. But we didn't know how to kill it. And lo and behold, he has killed it. But the problem
Oh,
is, if we go back
wow.
to the previous way of eating, it will catch up with him again. So there we were, losing the weight, getting our health, and we thought this is incredible. And nobody knows about this amazing way of eating. So I thought, you know what? It's been so successful with me. And I know I've tried everything. It seems like the impossible is now possible. So what I decided to do is become a keto coach. And that's what I did. So I did a South
Wow.
African course and I did a few overseas courses. And I loved it. I learned so much from these courses. And I started coaching people who also couldn't believe that all of a sudden the impossible became possible. I call it my silver bullet solution is possible. That you take something that people think is, I'm going to be fat forever. I'm getting fatter and fatter. Can't climb stairs. I can't sit on chairs with arms. I sit on a bench and people say, move over. And I thought, where am I going to move over to? And things like that, you know. And all of a sudden, I don't have those issues. So people are finding
My
the
word.
same thing. It's incredible, Darby. It's absolutely incredible. And the thing is that's so weird is people say, but it's so dangerous. And you think, why is it dangerous not to have sugar? Why is it dangerous not to have heavily processed foods? You know, it's crazy. So that's me. So I've done also courses on nutrition
Okay.
and on food allergies and on life coaching. And interestingly enough, something you don't know is that many years ago I was an estate agent and I did a diploma in advanced property practice, because whatever I do, I like to know the knowledge. I loved it. But things happened and I joined my husband in his accounting practice and I stopped doing real estate. So here I am coaching. It's my passion to help others succeed who think that they will never be able to. And it's not you're fat, you're lazy, you're impossible. It's not. If we have a tummy, which I did, if you think anybody who's got looks 6 months pregnant or something, we've got what's called metabolic syndrome. And unfortunately, our bodies cannot handle the sugar content that comes into the body. It's not just white stuff, it's also flour, cakes, pies, chips, all those things turn into sugar in our body and our bodies are unable to handle it. And unfortunately, my husband and I are proof of it. The only thing that has really worked with us is following this way of eating. Yeah.
It's awesome, man. It's awesome. You know, Natalie, it's one thing that I've seen over the last couple of months. You know, I follow you quite closely. And when you speak about what you do, I've never seen that you say to people, you have to do this and have to do this. I remember one of our actual first conversations between the two of us was, you said to me, I think it was your daughter that couldn't eat nuts. And that drew my attention, because everybody that's talking about doing high protein diets, everything wants to say, you have to do nuts, you have to. And they do not understand that there's a danger when it comes to nuts and those kind of things. And being an entrepreneur, I know for a fact we can't afford to be sick. So if you're going to follow something that's going to change your life, it needs to be something sustainable, something that you can work with. So please, would you elaborate a little bit on that? Because I really feel you as an entrepreneur is the best person to share this with the people also, how this can affect, and also maybe if you just want to touch a little bit on how do you fit in everything in your day? You know, you're doing what you're doing, which is flipping amazing, and you're still losing weight, you're still being healthy, and it looks like effortless.
Well, firstly, I must state that the keto way of eating is not high protein. It's medium protein.
Oh, awesome.
Too much protein turns to sugar. So, so people also say you've got to have bacon, you've got to have nuts, you've got to have butter. I keep kosher, I don't eat bacon. People who are halal don't eat bacon, but they also manage to lose the weight. So I can help people dramatically who are halal or kosher because there's no bacon in my diet, because we don't eat bacon. And I've still lost the 60 kilos and my husband lost the 40 kilos. Everybody is different. We've all got different shaped bodies. We've all got different minds. So the most important thing to remember is my mind. You have to decide, you have to tune your mind, turn it 180 degrees, because it's totally different to the Western way of eating, and say, what do I want more? Do I want that yummy chocolate, or do I want my health back? Do I want the weight loss? What to me is most important? And that is the number one rule. When you can get in your mind that the number one rule is, I want to lose the weight, you will succeed. That's the number one rule. And thereafter, it's following the correct program, because so many people say, I've done keto, I've done Banting, I'm just putting on. And then you hear what they've gone through, and they think they're doing keto and they think they're doing Banting, but they're not. They have unfortunately gone off on one of the wrong twigs on the tree, and they've made the wrong path. So it's mindset is 100% the first thing, because I've got quite a few little sayings. One of my sayings is, you're right. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you can't. Choose. What's your choice? So it's up to you. That is the number one thing. So once you've got your mind right, then you can start saying, okay, how do I go about following this way of eating? And also I'm not a doctor. Speak to your doctor beforehand and tell him exactly what you're going to do. That's also important. So then you asked, how do I, or for example, as an entrepreneur, as I was an entrepreneur, how does it feel to go to a meeting feeling, oh, I'm so bloated, I feel so awful, my tummy feels like it's revolting? How can you give your best at that meeting? Because all you're thinking about is, I feel awful. But when you fix your health, you go into the meeting and you don't even have those thoughts. You think, how am I going to kill this meeting? How am I going to improve? What can I do to help the other guy do better in whatever he's doing? What can I do to help him succeed in whatever we're meeting to get for? What can we do to grow together? And you don't even worry about, oh, I feel so awful. I'm so tired. I can't do this. That is no longer a part of the scenery. And it's actually frightening how your mindset changes so dramatically when you start getting your health back from eating the correct way.
I love it. Natalie, I love it. You know, before we go on, I just need to share this with you. You've got some supporters behind you, my friend. You've got your daughter, Sippy, saying, well done, Mom. You've done amazingly. And I agree with her. You've done amazing. We've got Maggie Naidu that says, hello, David and Natalie. Hello, Maggie. It's nice to see you also. And then we've got Leonie saying, amazing that you say, when you do something you like, to get the knowledge of and learn all about it and to follow, and then the best of all, then to help others follow an amazing journey. And I agree with Leonie on that. You know, as soon as you can see what you're doing and the changes that you're making and the way that you feel, that's the awesome part. And listeners, this is what's going to be the awesome part about it. Viewers, this is the awesome part. Over the next 50 weeks, myself and Natalie is going to be sharing knowledge with you guys, and we're going to be encouraging you guys to make changes. And you know what? Let's make it public. Natalie, I want to take up a challenge with you. I want to take 50 weeks to make a change in my life. Do you see change for it, or do you see you doing it with me?
Have you got that number one thing, mindset change?
Let's do it.
I love that. I love it.
So we're making it public. Over the next 50 weeks, I will transform my life, and it's going to be a challenge for Natalie because, first of all, I'm sitting with health issues, which I know she knows about, and guys, we're going to show you that even if you've got a tumor, even if you've got a pituitary gland tumor, diabetes, anything like that, like Natalie's husband, you can make a change. And I'm going to prove it to you guys with Natalie. So Natalie, you've got a challenge, my friend. Are you up for that challenge?
You will succeed. What you got to do is take a picture now because you won't believe the changes.
We will do so. We will do so. And now I can't bag off because we've got over 20,000 followers looking at us. So the challenge is out there. Let's do it. Natalie, what I would like to do is, before we end off this session, I would love it if you can tell people where they can get hold of you, because I know where to get hold of you. I'm going to post it in the comment sections and everything, but please put it out there. Where can people get hold of you?
Okay, you can join my Facebook groups, Living Keto with Nat or Natalie Joel, and also on livinglifewithnat.com. I have a website. I have Instagram, Living Keto with Nat, and I am on Twitter at Natalie Joel. Anything else I think I've left out?
I think it's perfect, Natalie. What you can do is afterwards, just quickly send me all those details if you don't mind. I'll go and post it everywhere. And guys, as you know, our show is all over. It's on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn, it's on Twitter, it's on Instagram, it's everywhere. It's on YouTube now. So we're going to put the details out there. Get in contact with Natalie. You're going to be in good hands. And if anybody wants to join my challenge with me, 50 weeks, we transform. Let's do it. I mean, next year this time, look at how it will look. I can't wait for this, Natalie. Thank you for being live with me today, and welcome to your show, because this show belongs to Natalie Joel, and this is going to be awesome. We're going to teach entrepreneurs how to be healthy. Guys, enjoy your afternoon. Natalie, enjoy your afternoon. Be blessed, everyone, and we'll see you next week for another show.
Thank you so much.